Hi everyone, welcome to our group presentation on the environment analysis for BMG Entertainment. My name is Xi Yuan. We also include Yan, Yuxuan, and Yongjing. Here's our outlines. The BMG Entertainment was a subsidiary of Bertelsmann AG, a German media conglomerate. It was managed autonomously from its headquarters in New York City. In 1999, it was a 4.6 billion music and entertainment company with more than 200 record labels and operation in 53 countries. In August 1999, the global music industry was facing a period of potential turbulent change. The ever-changing technology created a new set of digital customers for BMG. The case outlines how BMG became a successful part in global music industry and discuss the past history and the further development direction. The problem need to be explored for BMG is how to organize the BMG to serve its digital customers, and the purpose of the presentation is to conduct an environment analysis on BMG's operation environment. The structure of the presentation followed by the introduction will be postal analysis spoken by Yan, post 5 forces analyzed by Yongjing. Lastly, analysis of BMG's key success factors and strategy group by Yuxuan.
Michael Eugene Porter defined the 5 forces as a framework that shape the structures of all industry and establish the rules of competition and the fundamental reason of profitability. The 5 forces are the threat of new entrants, threat of substitution, rivalry among existing competitors, bargaining power of buyers, and bargaining power of suppliers. According to Porter, the ultimate profit potential in the industry is determined by the collective strength of the forces. When new entrants enter one industry, they tend to attain market share by bringing new capacity to the industry. There will be a significant downward pressures on pricing, cost, and requirement investment rate in order to compete. For instance, the impact of rock and roll. Within a few years, hundreds of record labels form with an infinite supply of fresh musical talent. Any startup record label that specializes in the appropriate category at the right time while keeping overhead and production expenses low might profit on a single album that sold just a few thousand copies. Many of the new business failed, but a few were successful for a long time. This product in many cases restrict the potential advantage to industry. Porter says of the substitute product because it established the maximum price for industry product while limiting its profitability. With the change of customers started to download music instead of purchasing a CD or cassette tapes, BMG started to play a role in industry initiatives such as SDMI. It maintained ties with all the companies engaged in establishing the technology standards for downloading music through a huge number of relatively minor collaborations with companies including Microsoft Word, Liquid Audio's Real Network, AT&T, and IBM. As a result, they collect number of due diligence documents on possible deals. The less money and resources necessary to enter an industry, the more new rivals and strong competitors there will be. The company's positions will be weak as a result. For instance, BMG Entertainment, EMI, Sony Music Entertainment, Warner Music Group, and Universal Music Group are the 5 major records companies. They were extremely similar in many ways. They were all organized in the same way in all over the world, covering a wide range of music style. Artists primarily selected between the main labels based on the features specific labels rather than companies. In order to recruit and maintain artists, personal ties between label managers and artists were extremely crucial. Powerful buyers can obtain more value by being forced to lower prices, demand higher quality, or demand more service. They might have a lot of negotiation power, especially if they are price sensitive. Therefore, to avoid the problem, companies should maintain the advantage of their product in order to compete with others. Zelnick and Conroy discussed how BMG should be organized to accommodate the growing number of digital customers who wish to buy bytes from BMG but not a tangible object like CD or cassette. One idea was to create a distinct branch inside BMG dedicated solely to serve the new customer, which is maintaining relationship with the companies including Liquid Audio, Microsoft, and IBM to develop the standard for download music. The more power a supplier has, the more value they may create for themselves by raising pricing, restricting service quality, or shifting costs to industry participants. Powerful suppliers can have a significant impact on the industry profitability. For instance, BMG Distributions, headed by Peter John, was at the heart of the music marketing process, connecting BMG's labels to physical stores, calling on a large retailer, promoting BMG newest item, negotiating price and terms, taking orders, monitoring shipments, visiting retailers' sites to assist with product placements, and handling credits and collections were all responsibility of distribution staff.
Now we're talking about PSTLE analyze. First of all, political and legal factors. Legal including consumer protection laws, business laws, employment laws, intellectual property right protections. Political including the government regulation about music industry's production and distribution, copyright issue, price control, and retail method. BMG needs to know these factors in order to run under the system of the country. Economic, including globalization, which impacts the music industry around the world. Workforce productivity. According to the research, workforce productivity in US has increased 25 to 30% in past 2 decades. Change in level of consumers' disposable income. The higher disposable income could let people spend more on the entertainment, such as purchasing music product. The last is employment rate. The higher employment rate allows people to have a higher effectiveness, productivity, and talented and skillful employees. Social factor including the importance of music has changed, such as the music culture and people's habits of listening music. Change of consumers' attitude of new media. People used to listen music through the CDs and tapes, but now people are listening music through the internet. The last is change in education level in society. Education level of society impacts the both quality of jobs and the level of income. Technology factor. The internet has become the main platform in this year. For example, the online music has replaced CDs and tapes. But if people still want to purchase CD and tapes, they could purchase online and deliver to their home. The second is the formation of digital user. We know that more people are using the mobile phone and computers. They use more frequently than past. The last is environment. First of all, waste management. The research averaged a number of songs that were streamed and downloaded in the past years and found that electricity consumption has greatly increased and lead greenhouse gas emission. This is a negative impact of the development of music industry. The second is focused on expanding on renewable technologies. How much of the budget is spent on the renewable energy sources and how BMG can make this investment as part of its competitive strategy?
Hi everyone, my name is Kevin. Today I'm going to talk about you guys the key success factor in the music industry. There are two main reasons I believe the famous brand like BMG or the Warner Music can be success in the music industry. The first one is they are not only the sellers, they're also the suppliers. Many people confused about what the famous brand actually do in the music industry. They not only just buy the song from the artists and sell to the audience. In fact, most of these famous music brands have their own record companies. Record companies were widely considered the center players in the music industry. What they do is they bring in the new artists. They bring them to the consumer success and manage their life circle. These are the key to record companies' profitability. Having the famous artists under contract not only brought greater sales directly, but also help a record company can gain more retail sales space to the least known artists. However, the relationship between the record companies and the artists are very complex, especially when the companies become famous, when the artists become famous. For example, to escape his contract with Warner Music, the very known artist Prince tried various ways, including changing his own name to these unspellable samples to claim that his old contract cannot apply to his new name. During that time, he even appeared in public with his award sleeves inscribed on his neck to reflect his relationship with Warner Music. Warner Music released him from his contract in 1995. Then Prince's next songs were published by his own label and promoted privately via the internet. Although the sales is not good at all, the artist still claimed that what he got is more than he usually get paid with Warner. There are also another contract called recoverable course between the company and the artist. The recoverable course means during the production and marketing of the records, some of the costs incurred by the record company were classified as recoverable from artist's wage. For example, that means the cost would deducted before any payments were made to the artist. For example, a typical a record company might spend $3 million upfront in produce and marketing costs. Of these, 200 million might be classified as recoverable. If the artist's retail rate would $2 per unit sold, then the artist would release nothing until 100 units have been sold. After that, he or she would earn $2 per unit. This arrangement put the risk of unfair recordings on the record company, but also make it possible for the company to earn all the profit before the artist receives any payment. The second key success strategy, I think, is this famous music brand actually leading the music trade. That is because there are so many different flavors. Think about this way: there are so many different music tastes or flavors in the world, right? People love rocks, people love rap, people love rock, B&B, some people love classic. But why there always will be 5 songs or 10 songs very famous, very popular in the world every year? Why? I think this is what the famous music brand do. They lead the people's music trade. They lead the people music flavors. So basically consumers will likely to buy music when they hear it on the car video or saw it on the music television stations. So in a typical week, recording company maybe release hundreds or thousands new songs. However, while most popular radio station added only 3 to 5 new songs to their playlist. For that, record companies aggressively lobby radio and music television station to get their new release aired. Even use the illegal way. Some record company even will pay for the video DJs for their vacation retail and list DJ as the royalty relationship co-company of the songs. So in other words, they made their own song famous to gain more consumers and get more profit. That's all the kids as a factor part.
Here is our reference list. Okay, that's the end of our presentation. Thanks for your listening.